Hello everybody, it's Josh, and today I think I would take you through a list, and this list, as you can read by the title, is the top 10 most disliked or hated levels. Now, this isn't disliked or hated in the sense like actual geometry dislikes, like I know there's levels like 50,000 dislikes, but we're not counting by actual dislikes, we're counting by how much people in the community dislike them personally. Now, keep in mind, this list is in no order. I kind of just put them in as I thought of them. So my number one, and it's also an opinion, so my number one may not be your number one. In fact, your number one might not even be on this list. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right in. Also, you'll notice I'm narrating this with my actual voice instead of using text-to-speech because it's too much work to do text-to-speech, and it's way easier to do it with my voice. So let's jump right into it. So coming in at number 10, we have the Invisible Level series by CrazyMan50. Now, in case you don't know what this is, it's basically where CrazyMan50 takes all of the RobTop demons separately and makes them invisible, and then beats them and then re-uploads them. Now, this one in specific that you see me playing in the background and failing at is Invisible Deadlocked. This one made a lot of people mad because he just took Deadlocked, a copyable Deadlocked, added a single alpha trigger, set it all the way down to 0 to make it invisible, and beat it and got it uploaded and got it rated. By the time this goes up, it might change. I don't think it's going to, though, because it's been this way for a while. It got rated Demon with stars, and this made a lot of people mad because of how little effort it took. So, yeah, you can keep watching me screw up until I go to the next one. Now at number 9 we have Effot. Don't kill me if I'm saying that wrong, alright? I have no idea how you pronounce it. Effot, Effet, whatever. So this level was made, I want to say probably, I think it was 1.9. And it is now a demon level. It was a demon level for a long time, and a lot of people hated this one because of the annoying and frustrating gameplay. The part that most people hated the most was probably the wave sections because of the constantly changing gravity and changing speeds and tight wave sections, including one where you actually go through a 3 times speed change and is a 1 space wave. Now, although there are a lot of cons to this, there are some pros. I mean, the last 50% of the level go by really fast. I mean, like, after like 60%, I think, like, you get like 1% every like half a second because the level is just that short. The level barely even breaks a minute. So yeah, also I couldn't even play this level. Like, I used no clip on all the gameplay, and even I couldn't even get the level. I couldn't even make it all the way through the level without falling out of the world or getting stuck somewhere. So I had to download the gameplay. It's by Riot, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. So coming in at number 8, we have Don't Rate This Level by CrazyMan50. Now, this level is on here not because of a lack of effort. I mean, it probably actually doesn't have too much effort put into it, but the title says it all. CrazyMan50 made a joke level that literally says in the name, don't rate it. And guess what it got? It got rated hard 4 stars, I believe. If not, it's 5. I know it's hard for sure. And this made a lot of people upset because the title literally says, don't rate this level. And it just shows that RobTop may or may not be biased towards popular creators. And since it got rated, you know, I mean, people were also upset because of the sort of lack of effort. I mean, most of it is just, some of it's auto, most of it is just jumping over like one spike over and over again. The ending is probably the worst part, which you'll see at the end of the level once I get there. I don't know if I already got there or not. I'm recording this in advance to the gameplay. But yeah, don't rate this level is not even too bad of a level. It's just, it got rated.
I want to die.
Alright, so if we're gonna be completely and totally honest, I have no idea why this level is on this list. It's on this, well, I mean, I know it's on this list, but like, I don't really know why it's hated a lot. I've seen it hated, but in my opinion, it's not too bad of a level. I mean, in some parts, I could see why it'd get hate, because in some parts, it's got some pretty tricky stuff that can almost imitate an insane or demon level. Not to the severity of a demon level, and not the consistency of one, but there are some little tiny parts sprinkled in here and there that give off the vibe of a harder level than what it's rated. So yeah, like you'll be playing and it'll be really easy, and then all of a sudden you'll go through like a portal and you'll have like 16 different ways to choose from, and you'll have to pick the right one or else you die. So yeah. So I actually just found out about this level today from watching another YouTube video where somebody made a full-on rant about this level. So I'm going to take some of that rant, I'm going to condense it down into about a minute. So Buff This is a level by Boy of the Cones, and basically, it's very, very annoying and difficult. I mean, it's like not even like difficult, it's like artificially difficult. The whole level almost is made up of straight flying, UFO spam, triple and quadruple spikes, and that's like about it. And some, you know, ship parts in those straight flying parts actually have those orbs with portals on them instead of using green orbs, like putting a blue portal and a yellow orb inside each other, and you know, basically that thing that everybody did in 1.9 to mimic a green orb, but now that green orbs are out, that's really pointless. Yeah, he does that a lot. So yeah, you decide if this level is trash or good.
I want to die.
Alright, so I'm gonna make this one short and simple. So the Yatagarasu is a level by Manix, which has a boss fight, and you actually might remember the boss fight from my controversial topics portrayed by Geometry-ish video, where a scene in this level was actually used as one of the controversial topics. And basically, the reason why a lot of people don't like this level is because most of it is made up of stolen and copied objects from other levels. Now, he didn't copy the whole level, but the objects in it are from other levels. Like, you know, those floating platforms, those were made by somebody else, I believe. I think that the actual Yatagarasu bird was made by somebody else. I think that some parts of the laser beams were. I think that city background thingy after the boss fight was. So yeah, this level is actually a decent level. It's difficult, and yeah, it gets hate because almost all of its objects are copied. Let me just say, this level can be considered a work of art. It is probably like the new wonder of the world. Like, forget the 7. It's the 1. So basically, I'm just kidding. Buckle Your Pants is a level that I would assume to be a joke, made by the Owlman1234, and I want to say, I think it was made in 2.0, and it got rated. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this level, which is one of the reasons it's on this list. You might like it. If you do, sorry. I don't really like it just because I'm not a huge fan of the song. I don't really like the concept. I think that it's lazy. Don't see a ton of effort put into it. I think it's kind of childish. Like, not the premise, but like just the decoration in the game. And there's like no gameplay really. It's like almost auto, I think. And yeah, I'm just not really a huge fan of it. Alright, so this next entry on the list is not a single level, but it is almost all of the levels of a freaking single user. He used to go by Ferris02, but now he has changed his name to Optical Fox. So if you want to play any of his levels, which I don't know why you would, you have to search up Optical Fox. So basically, most of his levels, as you'll see in a second, have a lot of buffering auto sections and are a lot of copy and paste. This is one of his more popular levels, and it has a lot of copy and paste. It's a lot of the same garbage in the background. You can see a lot of the exact same saw blade positions, and this isn't his only level that's like this. He has quite a few others that also follow the same sort of poorly made copy and paste pattern. Now we go back into a cube section, as you can see. I don't know why there's that weird like brick pattern in the background. Then here we go again, some copy and pasted background with a bunch of randomly placed saws everywhere. And that's about, seriously, that's like basically the template of all his levels. So yeah, that's why he takes this spot. Alright, so on a list like this, how could I avoid this? Now, this level has since been modified, as the description of it now says that it has been nerfed. I will leave a link to the original gameplay of it that you can find in the description. I just didn't want to put it in this video because then I'd have to credit other people, and that takes a lot of work, and I'd have to download the videos and stuff. But anyways, this is Dynamic on Track. It was considered to be one of the hardest levels in a map pack, and one of the most frustrating. And a lot of people hated the triple speed cube, mainly because there's a lot of erratic and unpredictable jumps, and they just didn't give you enough time to think about what you were supposed to do here. And you'll see in a moment, like it's still kind of mild right now, but you'll see in a moment when, and look at that coin, that little fake coin spot was pretty tight. So when you get that to that 3 speed cube, a lot of people didn't like it because of like how fast it was and how quick your reaction time was expected to be. You were expected to know where to go. There were a lot of people that had to play this level a lot of times before being able to complete it. This level needs to be high on this list, especially because of this part, because a lot of people didn't like this level because of the difficulty, the old decoration, and just how they didn't think it deserved to be featured in a map pack.
I want to die.
Alright, so this had to go at number 1. So Dear Nostalgists was a level that was made a little while ago that was specifically styled to look like 1.0, which is a pretty lazy theme of a level in its own. Now, a reason that I really don't like this level in particular, and a lot of other people, is because there are so many bugs. And if you look at, I think, what was that video called? I made a video a little while ago that involved Dear Nostalgia. It was 10 things I hate about Geometry Dash. And I think it was like number like 6 or something, and it was a big mashup of a video made by River of all the bugs that are in all the major bugs in Dear Nostalgists. So there's like there's like 3 at the drop alone, some of which all of them actually inevitably cause death. Luckily I didn't hit it there. Usually you'll fall down. I hit it there. That's why I had to restart here. So yeah, Dear Nostalgia has a lot of bugs, and it's personally like the gameplay is kind of off. I mean, I think that it's kind of just a lazy theme to just purposely make something look like 1.0 and have that be your whole level's gimmick. And also to have it be that long, it's like 2 minutes long. That's just an absurd length for a 1.0 styled level. And even though it's 1.0 styled, he actually did use some not 1.0 stuff. He used moving objects, he used speed boosts, he uses a lot of portals. For some reason he uses speed boosts as obstacles at one point. He uses teleportation portals. He uses text. He uses a black fade out effect. There's just a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense for this to be a 1.0 themed level, supposedly.